Alright, Beast1210 back with you. I'll try and upload these together because I know after doing the solar video I'll probably have questions on this guy here. This is the Duracell Powerpack 450. I believe there's one size, this is the middle one. There's one bigger than this, and there's one smaller than this. My scale obviously won't go up to find the weight. So I'll see if I can find the weight for you here, or annotate it. I don't think he gives a weight. Essentially what this guy is it's roughly about the size of a motorcycle battery. And it's essentially this big, you know, the size of your hand laid in there. But it's got a number of different things. So in the solar video I was telling you, here's a plug-in. It will charge, and it's got several different fuses, a small little baby one and a larger one. It's got tips over here, nice little storage area. The battery itself, it depends on what you're doing. This one is a little bit even fancier than I was expecting, because it will talk to you. But not just a power pack, but it also incorporates an inverter. So you have two household 110 plugs, as well as a 12 volt and a USB plug, which I thought was very nice. On this end, and this is where some of the weight's coming in, you know, it's not a light thing at all, but this is the, make sure I'm getting in here. It is an air compressor, and I've used it several times. I probably won't get rid of the compressor that I'm currently using that you saw on some of my bug out vehicles, but it's nice to have a backup. And again, the idea behind this not just is a nice little item for the bug out vehicle, but you can also sort of have a remote camp setup, and we'll get into that a little bit. I'll finish the features here. There is a incandescent lamp, which I really would like to see it be an LED. I might be able to put a conversion bulb in there if I can find maybe a mag light that goes on there, but still, you gotta turn it on first. And let me just warn you, it talks to you. There we go. So the light works. It's a nice work light. I believe it's 21 hours or something just for the work light. I'll find the paper and pop up here. But so you get a work light. It has jumper cables that are separate and fit into this little holster, which I kind of like. Those I've actually just got in the car. I didn't bring them out for this video. They're typical just jumper cables, so you can pop right in. So it's a quick start unit for batteries, you know, an inverter for running any of your tools, a light for working at night, and an air compressor. And let me bring you back here. And I saw the runtime is going to vary on here, but they just give some rough run times here. The 5-watt incandescent, it's 5 watts, will run for 12 hours. A cellular phone is a 6-watt power for 12 hours, and a portable cooler is 30 watts at 3 hours. And that's all just a, you know, simple math multiplication on there that you can do. So if you know what kind of watts that your appliances are going to be, you know, pushing, and here's AC, which is slightly different. Cordless telephone on standby mode is a 5-watt for 12 hours, 5 for 12. You'll notice, of course, the multiplication is all pretty much the same. Fluorescent white fireplace fan. Laptops, one probably we're going to use, that's 25 watts. So you get 6 hours run for a laptop. Color TV, if you're trying to find information, is 60 watts. Unit for 2.5 hours. And like a high amperage motor, they've got a drill on here that'll run for 20 minutes. The really neat thing on here is I've never really seen a company that I'm sorry for the blur there, that promotes you to jerry rig stuff. This is going on charging it by solar power, and the power coming off the solar panel, they're kind of showing you how the outside inside contacts of a plug there, the coaxial connector. They're letting you know that, because some of those can be reversed, the negative can be the inside, and vice versa. But they're almost, they're saying, hey, why don't you hook up a solar panel? And that's what that is. And with let me get your specs here. It'll take 20 hours in direct sunlight to recharge the power pack from a 1 amp solar panel. And 1 amp is roughly to a 12 watt maximum. So if we got the 6 watt panel over there, so it would take 40 hours in direct sunlight. Setting up a base camp, it's not the end of the world, but I would still have it, and it depends on how much you would use it. That's a couple days of direct sunlight, and I'd have power. Now the trickle charge on here, you can leave this plugged into your house, and it'll sort of trickle charge, and it took 2 days on your house power to recharge this thing when I first got it. Now it'll directly charge off your car and go car to car in 3 hours, and that's just the nature of that back AC plug they have is just a slow trickle charge, which is better for the battery. But if you need to boost it again and plug it, charge it directly, charge it directly off your car while you have gasoline or something available, you can do it, and it will do it in 3 hours, which I thought was pretty impressive. So one of the other neat things is, if I can find some stuff I'll plug into here, is it will tell you the power usage for that appliance. So if you plug in something, your laptop into here, it'll know the power that's being drained out of it, so the power usage from your laptop, and it will calculate how much runtime you will get off that. And I will give an example. We'll just plug in a cooler here because it goes on to the next video that we're doing. But it'll tell you have 30 minutes remaining. You have 15 minutes remaining. It'll give you a countdown on there, which I thought was a very cool feature. The other talking points that it does have on there, if you're not familiar with the compressor and you're not familiar with ever jump starting a car,
should jump start.
It will run you through it.
Connect the red clip to the vehicle's positive battery terminal.
Obviously, it can't.
Connect the black clip to the vehicle's engine block.
It's basically running through the manual for anyone
Start the engine.
that doesn't know how to do it. It'll do it from the compressor as well. And I thought that was a really neat feature. Status message.
Estimated runtime is 1 hour or more.
1 hour or more. I don't have anything plugged into here. It's not at a full charge or anything right now. So let me find something to plug into it, and I will show you and demonstrate. Alright, so it's on, and I'm going to plug in a cooler. My cooler lights are on back there. The cooler is functioning. I can hear the fan going. Now this guy is telling me that it's I got a power 40 pulling down here, and as it uses it, it will give me an estimated runtime. Now let's see what the battery says now.
Estimated runtime is 1 hour or more.
Okay, so I'm still at an hour or more because it's probably a pretty good charge still. Now I have a cooler. Let me scroll up here. And now some of you guys were mentioning, and we'll get into this in a second review, and I'll just keep putting these all together here. This guy I bought a little while ago, and I did have a video on it, and I never uploaded it. Part of it was because I wasn't really sure it would hold up to what I wanted to use it for. So before posting the video, I've been using it, and so it's, I want to say I got it in September. It was the end of summer. It was right when I really started noticing a lot of the local Seattle businesses closing and having sales as part of the economy diving down. There was a lot of watching George Vitale on that. A lot of it really didn't happen locally in the Northwest here until this last summer. You started seeing a lot of vacancies open up and a lot of places going down. One of the places, even a national chain, was Target. And I won't waste video time talking about that on here, but that was a really good deal. And we'll get into that in a separate review. That just about covers it, I believe, for the Duracell